We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Lindsay now off the read option, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Screen pass to Lindsay. They find some open field here. The Charles first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Murray now. Ertz over the middle. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Mahomes firing complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 6 there on 1st. These two teams all tied after 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Murray off play action. Finding Ertz again. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Lindsey now off the read option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw, it's Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Lindsey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Always got some breathing room. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they start the tight end on the left side of the formation and send him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Murray going to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's a give to Lindsey. He juked him. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. Here's Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And going deep for Hill. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more? And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And his pass incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep, Daz Newsome. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Murray. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A final shot before half for Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 67 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Byron Murphy there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Mahomes now to throw. And Ingram holds it in.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Edwards-Helaire.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, Edwards-Helaire.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 24.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
14 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go option to the short side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Check.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Cardinals on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, he finds more. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Tershawn Wharton. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Murray now. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Muscles him off. 73 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
At the Cardinals, 17-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better 1st quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
At their own 25-yard line.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might...
He's got a man complete.
That's what it is.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Prater for the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 2nd and 11. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about him taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.